What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back with another daily trade review. Today is a red day recap, and not just any red day recap. Today is a horrible red day recap, and we will get started with just what the title of the video says. What did we just say yesterday? What did we just say yesterday? And if you're not watching these videos in succession, yesterday's video said, trade the charts, not your thoughts. Trade the charts, not your thoughts. We didn't do that today. And we paid for it horribly. We paid for it horribly. Not only did we not trade the charts, we let our emotions get involved. And once we did that, it was over. It was done. It was no coming back from it. And yeah, we paid for it. We paid for it. We gave back quite a bit of the gains that we have been making over the past few days. So let's go ahead. Let's get the thumbnail watch list pulled up. We could take a peek, see what we were looking at. We had the usuals on the charts. Nothing really added other than BABA. We added BABA on the watch list. We actually took a trade on that one. That's going to be down here, lower left, right here. Red trade. Looking at the chart, you would say, how the heck did you take a red trade on something that made a move like that? I was that guy. AMD, nothing. If we look, you can't see the lines on this one, but that right there tells me that's previous day low. Apple, previous day's high. Q's, this is boy, oh boy, this is the one. This is a doozy. When y'all see the numbers on that one, you're going to be like, wow. And when you see the trades. Facebook, nice. Facebook made a nice move. We took a trade on this one, but yeah, we got to look at that one too. AMC, we had AMC on here again just because we needed to buy one more covered call. We had sold both our covered calls for decent gains. Needed to buy another one. I was looking for the area to buy. Bought over here somewhere in this little top peak. We see this came back and made a nice move. This is where we really wanted to buy it at. You see, we had it marked on the charts too. We would have got top premium buying it up there, but decent premium down there. So again, if this does come back down, we'll make money. If it doesn't come back down, we'll hold that cover call. We'll either let it expire worthless, meaning we get to keep all the money that they gave us, or if it hits our strike price, somebody might exercise. Exercising it will cause us to sell those shares. We'll make the money off the covered call and the difference between what we paid per share and what the strike price was. So either way, we'll make money on that play. NVDA, nothing happening. SPY, nothing happening. And again, we took the trade on BABA. One thing I do want to discuss. Y'all know how much I love the previous day's highs, previous day's lows. Look at how it respected it. Look at how it respected it. Look at how this traded inside of it. Lately, we have gotten lucky. We, meaning me. I have gotten lucky lately trading inside and making money. That is not what I should be doing. That is not why I put these on my charts as my mentor, who does not know he is my mentor, Jared Wesley over at Live Traders, says it is like over 5,000 stocks out there. Find the stock that meets your trading plan and trade it. I I might have kind of ad-libbed that, and I like the way that sounds. So we're going to change that to LMD said it. Because Jared, he likes to say it's over 5,000 stocks out there, which it is. But find one that meets your trading plan and trade it. I did not do that today. And I really have not been doing that lately. I've just been catching it and trading inside of those candles. When we first started putting the price action lines for previous days high, previous days lows, it was said, I'm not trading anything inside of those lines. And lately, I've been doing it, and I've been able to make some money on them. Today, I paid the piper. Today, I paid the piper and gave him his just due and gave him his money back. Look at AMC, prime example. BABA, prime example. Facebook early on, prime example. NVDA, not really so much because it never did set the new high and kept running. But the Qs and the SPY, inside range trading. So it's catching every little pop that was in the previous days. And it got it in a range. And we got hit across the head on Qs. And then we start trading emotions trying to get our money back. All the time paying more and more and more. But enough of my woe is me. Let's go ahead and pull up TRADERVUE. Let's take a look at the details. All right, so we got TRADERVUE pulled up. Reviewing trades for Wednesday, June 8th. Hump day. We caught the wrong side of the hump on the way down today. We caught the hump on the downside. Took 6 trades. Closed P&L $211. You see it? You see it. You're going to see the good, the bad, the indifferent. One of these days was bound to happen. Just didn't want it to happen. But look at the trades, y'all. Facebook, small green trade. Small green trade. The Qs, small red trade. Baba took a 1R loss. The Qs. What in the Sam Heezy? You see it, $128. That's $100 more than we should be losing on any one trade. Qs, small red trade. Qs, another little over a full stop. That is ugly. That is ugly, y'all. That is just no words for it. I'm highly disappointed in myself. But let's go ahead. Let's get these charts pulled up. Let's get to reviewing. Let's get to seeing what we were seeing. And let me see what we'll do. We're gonna review Facebook first, of course, because that was the first trade of the morning. So let's go ahead and get Facebook charts pulled up. Let's get the details pulled up. We see Facebook opened down inside of the previous day's candle. It's not a bad thing because it can push just like it did and broke it. Came back, retest VWAP. Made this little move. We got into Facebook at 948. See where 948 is at. 948. Right there. Did it do it? Yes, it did. So, Facebook opened down here. Made this nice move. Pulled back to the VWAP. Left this little top and tail. That was a little, nah, okay. But we wanted to get in when it broke this area. Broke the area. We got in. It made a nice move. That was a nice move. We got out of this thing at 9:59. Bam. chasing this thing too tight. We talked about this the other day when Evan asked, why did we get out of Target when we did? Chasing it too tight. Chasing it too tight. We could have moved our stop up to break even and let it go. Try to get, we only had the one contract, so try to get one R out of it, maybe. Or once it would have made this move, maybe stopped out on this pullback. But $16 trade, green trade, so can't totally be mad at it in today's market, the way we're not really getting that follow through like we expect. But that was our first trade green. We're like, okay, we're out the box. One other thing, let me check on this though, because I think this was one that I bought a low delta on. So right when we got in, that's 198.26 is what we'll call it. We got out about 199.26. So call that a dollar move. That should have been about $25. So that's about right. That's 1R, 25 bucks. So maybe catching some slippage or getting in late, kind of chasing it, getting in. So I guess that was about right. That was about right. May have got in a little late on that one. So that was our first trade, but it's like, okay, we're starting out the gate green. We good. And of course, then we took a Q that was red, and then we took the Baba trade. So let's go ahead and get Baba out the way, and then we'll review all of the Qs. Baba, look at this. Look at this. I'm sitting back in my chair just looking at this, like thinking, how the heck did you lose money on something this beautiful? This is beautiful. Look and see where we got in at. We got in at 10.05. Let's see where 10.05 is. 10.05, right there. All right. Let's look at it. Let's talk about it. So, Baba opened right here. Came up, tested VWAP, passed with flying colors. Came up, we had this area marked on the chart. We see that it somewhat respected it. Popped over it. Call that a little mini breakout. Popped up over it. Came back up to another area that we had marked on the charts. Kind of tested it. I wouldn't really call that a bad entry. But one thing that we will say is it didn't really rest. It made this move. It needed to rest. Rest meaning a pullback and then go, or this little consolidation that it did. Let's look and see when we got out of this. 10-12. 10-12. Right there. Ugly. This is ugly, y'all. This is the difference between a beautiful trade and this was some foolishness trade. We bought one contract, got in right there. This came back and we stopped out on the number. We stopped out on a number as opposed to the chart. So this thing had us down $27. We took the stop because we didn't want to go no lower than that. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. If we right, we could find another area to get back into. The area being when that breaks that. We could put this down here. Because again, this candle wouldn't have been there. So technically our stop should have been like right here, maybe a little lower. So with this guaranteed, Facebook, and actually I won't call that. We'll say Facebook probably was right there around a 0.25 where it needed to be. This was probably a little higher than a 0.25 contract. So when this came back, when this came back, it just had a little bit too much on it. Had a little bit too much on it, more than I wanted to lose. I wish I'd have had this same thought when we go to looking at these Qs trades. But realistically, looking at this move, yeah, that's about right there. It's hard. So may have gotten stopped out on this one. We may have stopped out on that candle right there with the stop where it really should have been at. So, but let's look at this though. You see, I dropped a line right there, and I dropped a line right there. Let's think of this as a pipe. Let's think of this as a pipe, and let's think of this as a pipe with a cap right here. If you can envision that. So this pipe is a fairly big pipe, but as this thing continues to trade, continues moving this way, it's building up pressure. It's building up pressure, building up pressure, building up pressure. And we'll come here. It come and test the wall right there. Wall holds up. Comes up, test the wall. Didn't really make it up there. Come down, it tests that wall. And now it's just constantly still building up pressure until it gets up here. And we see it just riding along there. It's just exerting all of that force. And when it finally just creases that pipe, the pressure explodes, and bam, look at that. That was a $5 move, almost $6 move. That's where I said you wait for your entry to get back in there. Put that line right there. Just let this thing consolidate. Let it consolidate. And then it finally came right here. This here is a shake you out candle. Look at the volume. There's no volume on that thing, but look at that wicked bottoming tail. This is to shake all of these people out. This is to shake all of these people out that got in this thing early. So again, had we got in right there and we put our stop about right there, we would have still been in this trade all the way till it got right here. This thing would have shook us out, and then it's off to the races. But this would have been this one right here. You see that little tiny, hopefully you can see that. That little tiny peekaboo candle right there is the entry. That's where you, like if you see a pipe and you just see a little crease and you start seeing steam busting out of a steam pipe, that's that little tiny pink, little pierce in the hole, and then boop, all of the steam shooting out of it. That was the entry right there. None of these ever broke the high. Watch this. Let's look at this. High is 1225. Oh, that one did. That's the shaker. Look at that. 1227. 2 cents. It triggered you in 2 cents. Whoop. Shook you out. But then you come right back. So now you got 1230. And now you get that one right there. 1235. That's that one that peaks you in to let you know we ready to go. And it just explodes. This is why I like it. This is why I like it. I wasn't on my game today. But that was Baba. That was Baba. Man, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but the bottom has fallen out. And I left my lawnmower sitting on my back patio because I just changed the pull cord, just changed the spark plug, and I just changed the engine brake cable. And now it's pouring down raining. Not good. But let's get back to what we doing. Qs. Let's get these Qs out of the way. There's a lot of them and they all ugly. I would go as so far as to say they're fugly. Hopefully my mother doesn't know what that means because she watches these videos sometimes. But first one, 954. 954. You about to see some foolishness, y'all. I'm pre-warning you. I am pre-warning you. All right, Q's. Let's go ahead and break it down. Q's open here. Pull back. Came to this area. We got marked on the charts. Pop back up to another area that we had marked on the charts. So that's good. It's respecting our areas. Came up. Tested VWAP. That's good. Made this nice move. Nice. It broke the previous day's high. It pulled back. We got in like, here's where we probably would have wanted to get in at. And then it made this little move. Let's look at where we got out of it, and then we're going to talk about it. We got out of this one at 1014. Bam. Easy to know where it got out at because it came all the way back to the VWAP. And we lost $16 on this one contract. But let's talk about this. So again, this is decent. But look at this. This made this huge move. We needed a pullback to about right here. I'm going to say right there because that's about half of that move. Look, I'm going to drop that right there and look to the right. Look where those candles were coming to. That's to the right. They were coming back to where we needed that pullback to come to. So what this was a nice move with a shallow pullback. A shallow pullback is going to give you a shallow move, and then it's going to roll over, which it did. Giving it extra room. We gave it extra room. This came back up here when this did not set a new high. Because look at that. That was high of the day. We set high of the day 26 minutes into the market. But when this right here did not break that high, should have been out of the trade, either for a small minimum gain or a flat trade. Should not have rolled this all the way back down to VWAP. We were not trading the charts, y'all. We were trading thoughts. We were trading our thoughts. Chart tells me when this does not set a new high, this move is most likely dead. Let's get out of it. If it comes back around, maybe it comes down to here and set a W bottom and then it goes, we get back in the trade. But don't ride it all the way down to the depths. That's what we did. Luckily, one contract, we lost $16. That was our first Q trade. But now we got it in our mind that we are going to beat the Qs. So again, it's made that move, pull back, made this move, set a lower high, came back. Now it then set a lower low, came back because we got a lower high. This is a higher low coming off of that side, but then this sets the lower low. And then we get in a trade at 10:15. We get in a trade a minute later. I'm shaking my head, y'all. Luckily, I'm glad my camera's not on. Look at this wicked bottoming tail. These are puts that we just bought. We bought 2 puts and we paid some good money for these puts. We paid real good money for these puts to do what we just did. So this candle had already come all the way down to this area that we had on the chart, started working its way back up. We then bought the put right here, thinking, okay, it's going back down. Key word, we thinking. We shouldn't be thinking. Let the charts tell us what's going on. But we bought a put right there. We got out of these at 1034. 1034. Where's 1034 at? Dang, we rode these for a minute. So again, let's go through it. We bought the call on this candle, popped up, rolled over, pop back up, setting the lower high, rolled back over. We get out of it right there. Take the loss. At that point, we really should have been done, y'all. We should have been done. This looks just like the chart yesterday where it was trading inside of an area. Really, the area was here, but it didn't set it till later on. But we bought a put right here. No confirmation that this is going to stay below VWAP. And sure enough, its bottom and tail is buyers. Pushes this back up above previous day's high. Pushes it back down below it. Bounces off VWAP. Here, should have been like, all right, let's trade the chart. Let's get out of this thing. We made a bad mistake. Nope. We ride it back up. And you know how much we lost on this trade, y'all? $128. $128. We lost $100 more than we like to lose on any one trade. Look at what it did, though. Came up, flushed back down. This probably would have got us out almost break even. Came back up again. Wham. Now we probably would have made a little bit of money. But theta on these were crucial. Theta was killing us. And I've said either in other videos or I've said it in the chat room that I really don't like the way that the Qs trade. I don't like them. I don't need to be buying Q options. Need to stay away from them. I love the way that the SPY trades. I like the SPY. I need to trade the SPY. If I want to trade options, don't buy Q contracts. Just trade the stocks that are in the Qs, which are all of the technical stocks. AMD, Apple, Facebook, NVDA, Microsoft. We like the way they trade. I have never liked the way that the Qs trades. And it just chopped me up today. But this was a bad trade all the way around. I can't blame the Qs when I'm the one who takes the bad trade. So that one really just knocked us over the head. And at this point, now I'm like, I need to get my money back from the Qs. It ain't playing fair. So call. This is a call buy. Comes up, rolls over, stops us out. This is a put buy. This is a put play. Fades, comes back up, stops us out. Huge loss this time. Now we get back in at 1024. Before, listen to this. We got in. So we're in this trade. We're in this trade. We buy a call right here. Once this came back up and broke previous day's high, now we're thinking, we're not trading the chart, y'all. We are thinking, all right, it came back up. It's going to go. Let's hedge. Let's hedge our bet, as they say at the casino. Let's hedge it. If this runs this way, we'll just close this contract, and now we in kind of early to start making our money back. Nope. Came back down. We got out of this 5 minutes later, 1029. Watch when you see where 1029 is at. Right there. So we in here. We out here. We still holding this one. That one bounces back up. And now we like, oh, shiggity. Let's just get out of this one. And that's how we end up losing that 128. We got, again, we're not trading the charts. We trading thoughts. We thinking we know what the hell we doing. The charts tell us what we doing. And then we took our last trade on the Qs. Why were we just continuing to take these foolish trades? We got in this one at 1036. 1036. That's this one right here. Bam. Got in right there. As this is coming back up, we're like, okay, well, maybe it is about to go higher. Again, you look at these candles. This is indecision. 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 These candles are not telling you no direction. We get in right there on calls and we hold these until 11:58. You heard it, 11:58. Look at that. We got in right there. This thing pops up here like, ha, we got your money again, fool. Rolls over, comes back down to VWAP. Should have got on out. We should have got out right here. Whatever that loss would have been, go and get out. But we don't. Comes all the way back down. Buyer steps back in. We thinking, oh, it still might do something. Nope. Sellers push it back down. Really should have been out way over here. We like really? You just gonna just do what you doing? But guess what? Boom, it comes over and the buyers come on back up. So now we're like, maybe we were right again. Sellers like, fool, what are you thinking? Come on back down to the VWAP, and now we like, let's get the heck out of this thing. We lost $38 on that trade, y'all. Paid $25 per contract. So that was one of the reasons why we were kind of just holding them. We like, come on, do something. Let's move this over. You see exactly what the heck it did. Look at what it did. It just, ugly. Only good thing. The only good thing, if there is such a thing as good thing, is look at my price action lines. And look at what the stock did. It would come to it, drop down, come to it, drop down, come to it, came back up, test, fail. It was respecting our price action lines, which we get from the 15 and the 30-minute chart. So that we can say is that it was using those, but it don't matter when you're on the wrong side of a trade. Does not matter when you're not doing what you said to do yesterday. But that was our day, y'all. This was a fairly longer than usual recap. Hopefully you found some value in it. And if so, please hit that like button. Please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. If you do, hit that notification bell. Click all. That way you'll be notified anytime I do these recaps. Red, green, and everything in between. Today was a horribly red day. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and shut this one down. We're going to get some rest tonight. Hopefully this phone will be quiet. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. All right. Peace.